My brothers and sisters, many people strive for success. They work hard. They dream big. They chase after goals, but deep inside, something is holding them back. They wonder, why am I not moving forward? Why does it feel as though there is a heavy weight blocking my path? Today, I want to remind you of what may be standing between you and the success you seek, both in this world and the next. Let us pause for a moment and think about our lives. Every single one of us wants to succeed. No one wakes up in the morning and says, today I want to fail. No one says, I want my life to be miserable. I want to live with regret. Every human being, no matter who they are, wants happiness, peace, progress, and success. That is the nature placed within us. But then, why is it that so many people are stuck? Why do so many complain that their lives are not moving forward, that they are trying and trying, yet nothing seems to change? Have you ever asked yourself that question? You put in the effort, you have the dreams, you have the plans, you work long hours, you sacrifice your time, and yet it feels as though something is blocking you. You feel as though you are standing in front of a locked door. You can see what's behind it. You can even imagine how life would be once it opens, but no matter how much you push, it does not budge. This is the reality for many of us. We chase success, but we feel weighed down. We move forward, but only a few steps, and then we find ourselves dragged back to the same starting point. And at times, that is more frustrating than not starting at all, because it makes us lose hope. It makes us think that maybe success was never meant for us. But here is the reminder, my brothers and sisters. Success is meant for you. Allah has placed within you the ability to succeed. He has given you the tools, the strength, the intelligence, and the opportunities. He has promised that if you work hard and you do good, He will open the doors. So the question is not, can I succeed? The real question is, what is stopping me? And this is where we need to look inward. Many times, the block to our success is not some external enemy, not some person plotting against us, not even the lack of resources. The biggest block is from within ourselves. It is our own mindset, our own habits, our own attitude. We become our own obstacle. Think about it. A person can have all the resources in the world, but if their attitude is negative, they will never recognize opportunities. A person can have talent, but if they refuse to learn and grow, their talent will waste away. A person can have dreams, but if they surround themselves with the wrong people, those dreams will die. So, let us understand this clearly. Before you point fingers at others, before you blame circumstances, ask yourself honestly, what am I doing that is blocking my own success? Because if you don't identify the block, you will spend your whole life pushing against an invisible wall. Let me share something with you. Many people think success is only about hard work. While hard work is important, it is not enough. If it were enough, then every person working 2 or 3 jobs, every person laboring day and night would be successful. But we know that is not the case. Success comes when hard work is combined with the right mindset, the right values, and the right relationship with Allah. Without that, you will always feel blocked. Sometimes that block is arrogance. Sometimes it is stubbornness. Sometimes it is laziness. And at times it is simply the refusal to admit, I need to change. My brothers and sisters, one of the most dangerous attitudes is the belief that you are already perfect. Because when you think you are perfect, you stop growing. You stop listening. You stop learning. And the moment you stop learning, life passes you by. Opportunities come and go. And you are left standing in the same place, wondering why nothing has changed. I want you to imagine this. Picture a person holding a heavy bag filled with rocks. They are trying to run a race. But no matter how fast their legs move, the bag keeps pulling them back. The people around them are running ahead, reaching the finish line, but this person is stuck. Now what is the solution? Should they complain about the track? Should they complain about the crowd? Should they blame the shoes they are wearing? No. The simple solution is to drop the bag. But the sad reality is that many of us cling to that bag. We carry the weight of arrogance, of pride, of bad habits, of sins, and then we wonder why we cannot move forward. This is why the first step to success is honesty with yourself. Be honest about what is blocking you. Is it your ego? Is it your stubbornness? Is it your fear? Is it the people you surround yourself with? Until you recognize it, you cannot remove it. And until you remove it, you cannot unlock your potential. So my brothers and sisters, the next time you feel stuck, don't just ask, why is life unfair? Ask instead, what within me needs to change? That one shift in thinking could be the key to breaking free from the block and opening the doors of success in this life and the next. My brothers and sisters, once you recognize that many of the blocks to success come from within yourself, the next step is to ask, which of these blocks is the greatest danger to me? One of the heaviest barriers, one that destroys opportunities silently, is arrogance, pride, the refusal to accept mistakes, the attitude of I already know, I don't need to be corrected, I don't need to change. Arrogance is subtle. Sometimes you don't even realize it is there. It begins with small thoughts like, why should I listen to him? I'm smarter than he is. Or, why should I take her advice? I already know what I'm doing. And slowly this becomes a shield around your heart. Nothing can enter, no advice, no reminder, no guidance. And when the heart becomes closed, growth stops. Let me give you an example. Imagine a student in school. The teacher explains a new concept. Some students listen carefully, they ask questions, they try to understand. Others pretend to listen, but their minds are elsewhere. And then there is one student who says to himself, I already know all this, I don't need to pay attention. That student will not learn anything new, not because the knowledge was not available, but because arrogance built a wall. How many of us live like that? How many of us think, I don't need reminders, I don't need advice, I don't need to change? And yet, our lives remain stuck, our hearts remain heavy, and our success seems blocked. Arrogance is not only about rejecting people, it is also about rejecting the truth. Sometimes deep inside, you know what you are doing is wrong. You know it is harming your faith, your relationships, your career, or your health. But pride whispers, don't admit it, don't show weakness. Don't let anyone see you are wrong. So you continue day after day pretending everything is fine, while inside your potential is being suffocated. My brothers and sisters, let us not deceive ourselves. The one who admits his mistake is not weak. The one who humbles herself and says, I was wrong, is not a failure. In fact, that humility is the greatest strength. It is the key that unlocks growth. Because when you admit you don't know, you open the door to learning. When you admit you were wrong, you open the door to change. When you admit you need help, you open the door to progress. Have you noticed how people respect those who are humble? Even if they are leaders, even if they are knowledgeable, when they speak with humility, people listen. And on the other hand, when someone is arrogant, when they act as though they are above everyone else, people turn away. Success in life is not only about talent, it is also about relationships. And relationships are built on humility, not pride. Now think about this. A man once came to me and said, I don't understand. I work hard, I try my best, but nothing seems to go right. I asked him a simple question. When people give you advice, do you listen? He hesitated and then admitted, no, I usually dismiss it. And I told him, that is your block. You are closing doors with your own pride. Open your heart and you will see how many doors will open for you. My brothers and sisters, arrogance is like poison. It slowly spreads until it affects everything. Your worship, your relationships, your work, your character. It makes you blind to your own faults. And when you cannot see your faults, you cannot correct them. And when you cannot correct them, you cannot succeed. But humility does the opposite. Humility allows you to see clearly. Humility allows you to listen, to learn, to admit, to grow. And with growth comes success. Ask yourself, are you willing to let go of arrogance? Are you willing to admit your mistakes? Are you willing to humble yourself before Allah and before people? If you can do that, you have already taken a giant step toward unlocking your potential. Because the truth is, success does not belong to those who think they are perfect. Success belongs to those who are humble enough to keep improving. So, my brothers and sisters, remove this block. Let go of pride. Admit your faults. Seek knowledge. Accept advice. Be willing to say, I was wrong. That humility will not lower you. On the contrary, it will raise you. It will make you stronger, more respected, more blessed. And above all, it will bring you closer to Allah, who loves those who humble themselves. My beloved brothers and sisters, another powerful block to success is the weight of sin and the burden of bad habits that we refuse to let go of. Many of us pray for success. We ask Allah to open the doors. We set big goals. We work tirelessly, yet we feel as though something is dragging us backward. We feel chained. We take 2 steps forward and suddenly we are pulled 3 steps back. Why does this happen? Very often, it is because we are holding on to actions that displease Allah, and those actions become like shackles around our ankles. Think about it carefully. Imagine a person trying to climb a mountain while carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. Every step becomes painful. Every movement becomes slower. Eventually, the weight becomes unbearable and they collapse. Now, if someone told them, just put the bag down, wouldn't that be the obvious solution? Yet, sadly, many of us choose to keep carrying the stones of sin on our backs while expecting to reach the peak of success. You see, my brothers and sisters, sins are not only spiritual blocks, they also affect your worldly progress. They take away your peace of mind, they disturb your sleep, they cause guilt to eat at your heart. How can you focus on building a successful life when inside you feel empty? How can you be at your best when you know deep down that you are displeasing the one who controls your destiny? Some people think it's only a small sin, it doesn't matter, I'm still a good person. But what they don't realize is that small sins pile up until they become mountains. And every mountain you carry slows you down. A drop of poison may seem small, but if it's in the water you drink every day, it will eventually harm you. In the same way, those little habits you think are harmless may be the very reason you feel stuck. Now, sins come in many forms. For some, it may be dishonesty, lying at work, cheating in business, breaking promises. For others, it may be wasting time, hours upon hours spent on distractions, entertainment, scrolling endlessly while neglecting responsibilities. For some, it may be anger, gossip, backbiting, or jealousy. And for others, it may be addictions that eat away at their health, wealth, and relationships. Whatever form it takes, a sin that is repeated without repentance becomes a heavy chain holding you down. But here is the mercy of Allah. And here is the good news. You don't have to remain chained. Repentance is the key that unlocks the shackles. Tawbah is not just about asking for forgiveness. It is about freeing yourself. It is about turning back, starting fresh, and letting go of what weighs you down. When you repent sincerely, you are not only wiping away the sin in the sight of Allah, you are also lifting a burden from your heart. Suddenly, you can breathe again. Suddenly, you can move forward with energy and focus. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine someone who lies constantly. At first, it feels easy, but over time, they have to remember their lies. They live in fear of being caught. They lose people's trust. That constant stress blocks their progress. Now, the moment they choose honesty, life becomes simpler. They no longer carry the fear. They rebuild trust and opportunities begin to open. This is the power of letting go of a sin. Another person wastes hours every day on meaningless distractions. They say, I don't have time to work on my goals, but in reality, they do have time. It is just consumed by bad habits. The day they let go of those habits, suddenly they discover time they never knew existed. Suddenly, progress becomes possible. My brothers and sisters, success is not only about effort, it is also about purity, a pure heart, a clean conscience, a life that seeks the pleasure of Allah. If you are sincere, if you let go of what you know is wrong, if you turn back to your Creator, then nothing will be able to block you. Because the moment Allah is pleased with you, He will place barakah in your efforts, He will multiply your results, and He will open doors you never imagined. So ask yourself today, what sin or bad habit is chaining me? What do I keep returning to that I know is displeasing Allah? What am I holding on to that is slowing down my journey? My brothers and sisters, do not wait for tomorrow. Drop that weight today. Free yourself. Repent sincerely. And watch how your path becomes lighter, clearer, and more blessed. Remember, sin is like darkness. It clouds your vision. It confuses your mind. It traps your heart. But repentance is like light. It clears the confusion. It shows you the way. It fills you with hope. If you want to unlock your true potential, if you want to succeed in this life and the next, then remove this block. Let go of sin. Break free from bad habits. And walk forward with a heart that is clean, a mind that is focused, and a soul that is at peace. Another block to success that many people overlook is the company they keep. Who surrounds you? Who are the people you listen to, spend time with, share your thoughts with, laugh with, cry with, and trust with your secrets? Because whether you realize it or not, the people around you shape your direction in life. They can either be your greatest support or your greatest obstacle. Think about it carefully. Imagine a person trying to climb a ladder to success, one step at a time. Now picture two types of people around them. The first type holds the ladder steady, encourages them, and says, keep going, you can do it, don't give up. The second type shakes the ladder, distracts them, laughs at them, and says, why bother? You'll never make it. Which group do you think will determine whether the climber reaches the top or falls down? This is exactly what your company does for you every single day. My brothers and sisters, many of us underestimate the power of influence. We say, I am strong. I won't be affected by my friends. I know my values. I know my limits. But the truth is, human beings are social creatures. We absorb habits. We adopt attitudes. We imitate behaviors, sometimes without even realizing it. Sit with negative people for too long and you will start speaking like them, thinking like them, and eventually acting like them. Sit with positive, driven, faithful people and you will find yourself inspired, uplifted, and motivated to do good. Have you ever noticed how your mood changes depending on who you spend time with? There are people who drain you, who make you feel small, who fill your heart with negativity. And then there are people who energize you, who remind you of your purpose, who make you believe that you can be better. Which of these groups do you think will help you achieve success? Let me share an example. A young man once came to me and said, I want to quit my bad habits, but no matter how much I try, I keep going back. When I asked him about his friends, he admitted that all of them were involved in the same habits. I told him, my brother, you cannot expect to walk toward the light while your friends are pulling you into darkness. If you truly want to change, you must change your environment. A few months later, he returned with a smile. He had distanced himself from the wrong company and surrounded himself with those who prayed, studied, worked hard, and encouraged one another. He said, for the first time, I feel I am moving forward. This is the reality, my brothers and sisters. The people you allow into your circle either block your success or pave the way for it. Sometimes the biggest block is not your own effort, but the voices around you, voices that say you're wasting your time, you'll never achieve that. Why try when others have failed? And if you listen long enough, you start believing it. You stop dreaming, you stop working, you stop hoping. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with people of faith, with those who remind you of Allah, who celebrate your small victories, who encourage you to improve, suddenly you find strength you never knew you had. Their positivity becomes your fuel. Their advice becomes your guide. Their support becomes your safety net when you fall. My brothers and sisters, success is not only about what you do, but also about who you do it with. Even the greatest talents can be destroyed by the wrong company, and even the weakest efforts can become powerful with the right company. If you plant a seed in fertile soil with water and sunlight, it will grow strong. But if you plant the same seed in dry, polluted ground, it will wither. You are that seed, and your company is the soil. Choose wisely. Some of you might say, but I cannot abandon my old friends. They will feel hurt. They will say, I've changed. Yes, they will. But sometimes changing your circle is necessary for your survival. If your friends are drowning and refusing to swim, do you jump in and drown with them? Or do you swim to safety and then, if possible, try to pull them out? Protecting yourself is not betrayal, it is wisdom. Remember this, if someone truly cares about you, they will want to see you succeed. They will not laugh at your goals. They will not tempt you into sin. They will not hold you back. If your friends mock your values, discourage your efforts, or push you toward what you know is wrong, then they are not friends, they are blocks. Remove the block, and you will unlock your path. My brothers and sisters, choose companions who remind you of Allah, who encourage you to work hard, who lift you when you fall. Choose friends who make you feel ashamed of sin, not proud of it. Choose a circle where success is defined not just by money and status, but by character, by kindness, by faith. When you are in such company, you will notice how your own heart softens, how your own habits improve, how your own vision for success becomes clearer. So take a moment today and reflect. Who are my closest companions? Do they bring me closer to success, or are they blocking my way? Do they inspire me to be better, or do they drag me back into old habits? And remember, you have the power to choose. You are not chained to the wrong company. You can step away and you can step toward those who will help you grow. In the end, my beloved brothers and sisters, your environment is one of the greatest indicators of your future. Surround yourself with people of faith, humility, and determination, and you will find yourself moving towards success. Stay with those who mock, who waste time, who encourage sin, and you will remain stuck no matter how hard you try. The choice is yours. Remove this block, change your company, and watch how your life begins to transform. Perhaps one of the most painful truths to accept is that not everyone you love is meant to journey with you towards success. Sometimes the people closest to you, friends you grew up with, companions you trusted for years, may not be the right company for the stage of life you are in today. They may have been good for you at one point, but now their influence is holding you back. And unless you recognize this, you will remain stuck in the same cycles. Let me share with you something that often happens. A young man wants to change his life. He wants to pray, he wants to study, he wants to work hard and provide for his family. But his circle of friends spends their nights in distractions, wasting time, engaging in gossip, encouraging each other to sin. When he tries to excuse himself, they mock him. They laugh and say, "You've become boring. You've changed. Who are you trying to impress?" Slowly, out of fear of losing his friends, he gives in. He tells himself just this once. But just this once becomes every day. And soon he is back where he started, chained by bad company. On the other hand, imagine the same young man choosing to sit with people who encourage him to pray, who remind him about his goals, who push him to stay disciplined. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. He may miss his old circle. But over time, he begins to notice his own growth. His heart feels lighter. His progress becomes steady. His life changes not because he suddenly became stronger, but because he surrounded himself with strength. This is why the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, reminded us about the importance of companionship. He compared good company to a seller of perfume. Even if you do not buy anything from him, just by being near him, you benefit from the fragrance. And he compared bad company to the blacksmith's furnace. Even if you do not burn yourself directly, the smoke and heat will affect you. Think about that for a moment. Who are you standing next to, the perfumer or the blacksmith? My brothers and sisters, if you are serious about success in your career, in your family life, in your faith, then you must be serious about your company. Surround yourself with people who are striving, people who are hungry for knowledge, people who are humble, respectful, and positive. People who remind you of Allah when you forget. People who bring you back when you slip. Because no matter how strong you think you are, you will fall if you walk alone, and you will fail if you surround yourself with the wrong crowd. Now, some of you may say, but I don't have such friends. Where do I find them? My brothers and sisters, seek them out. They are in your community, in your masjid, in your workplace, in your family. They may not be perfect, but they are striving. They may not have all the answers, but they have sincerity. And sincerity is contagious. Once you step into that circle, you will see how much easier it becomes to stay consistent in your own journey. Sometimes you do not need 10 good friends. You don't need a crowd. You may only need 1 or 2 people who truly believe in you, who remind you of Allah, who encourage you when you feel weak. Even one good companion can change the entire direction of your life. So today, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself honestly, who are my closest 5 friends? What direction are they headed in? If I continue walking with them, will I be closer to success or further from it? And if the answer is not clear, then maybe it is time to step back and make a difficult decision. My brothers and sisters, protecting yourself from bad company is not arrogance. It is wisdom. It is self-preservation. It is choosing your future over temporary comfort. If your friends are blocking your success, if they are blocking your growth, if they are blocking your connection with Allah, then it is time to remove that block. Not with hatred, not with cruelty, but with wisdom and firm boundaries. You can still wish them well, you can still make dua for them, but you must also protect your own journey. Because at the end of the day, you will stand alone before Allah. Your friends will not answer for you. They will not carry your burdens. They will not save you from regret. So why allow them to dictate your future today? Choose wisely and you will see how your life transforms. My beloved brothers and sisters, another block that silently destroys success both in this world and in the next is a lack of gratitude. Many people do not realize how dangerous ingratitude is. They think it is just a bad habit, just a little complaining here and there, just a little dissatisfaction. But in reality, ingratitude closes the doors of blessings. It blinds you to what you already have, and it makes you miss the opportunities right in front of you. Think about it. How many times have you said to yourself, if only I had this, then I would be happy. If only I had that, then I would succeed. If only I earned a little more. If only I had a better job. If only I had a different family. If only I had more support. And the list continues. But while you are busy focusing on what you do not have, you fail to appreciate what you already do have. And because you do not appreciate it, you do not use it properly. And because you do not use it, it does not grow. This, my brothers and sisters, is how ingratitude blocks success. Imagine two people starting a journey. One looks at the small bag of provisions he has and says, this is nothing. How am I supposed to survive on this? So he throws it aside and sits down waiting for more. The other looks at the same small bag and says, Alhamdulillah, I have something to begin with. Let me start walking. Along the way, perhaps more will come. Who do you think will reach their destination? The one who was grateful and moved, or the one who sat and complained? Gratitude is what makes the difference. My brothers and sisters, Allah Himself has promised us in the Quran that when you are grateful, He will give you more. More blessings, more opportunities, more barakah, more success. But when you are ungrateful, you risk losing even the little you have. That is why some people feel stuck. They are constantly complaining, constantly comparing, constantly wishing they had what others have. And while their hearts are filled with dissatisfaction, they cannot see the blessings in their own hands. Look at the world around you. Someone is begging for the food you waste. Someone is crying for the health you take for granted. Someone is praying for the opportunities you ignore. Someone is wishing for the peace you overlook. Gratitude opens your eyes to these truths. And once your eyes open, you begin to use what you have wisely. You stop waiting for the perfect life to start moving forward, and you begin your journey with what is already available to you. Let me share a story. A young woman once came to me and said, I feel like my life is going nowhere. I have no blessings. When I asked her about her situation, she admitted she had a supportive family, a healthy body, a chance to study, and even a part-time job. I asked her, then why do you feel empty? She said, because when I compare myself to others, they have more than me. And I told her, my sister, the comparison is your block. You are blinded by what others have, so you cannot see your own blessings. The moment you start thanking Allah for what is in your hands, you will see it multiply. This is what gratitude does, my brothers and sisters. It removes the block of comparison, the block of envy, the block of dissatisfaction. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. And that shift unlocks energy, motivation, and contentment. When you are content, you work with joy. When you work with joy, you become more productive. And when you are productive, success follows. On the other hand, when you are ungrateful, you lose the will to act. You sit and complain. You blame others. You waste time. You drown in negativity, and life passes you by. How many people do you know who spend hours complaining about their job but never stop to thank Allah that at least they have one? How many people complain about their families, but never stop to realize that others are crying because they have no family at all? How many complain about their small homes while millions sleep on the streets? This is how ingratitude blocks success. My brothers and sisters, gratitude is not just saying thank you with your tongue. Real gratitude is shown through action. When Allah gives you health, show gratitude by using your body to do good, not harm. When Allah gives you knowledge, show gratitude by sharing it and applying it. When Allah gives you wealth, show gratitude by giving from it, not hoarding it. Gratitude is a way of life, not just a phrase. And when you live a life of gratitude, blessings chase you. Opportunities find you. Success becomes easier because you are walking in barakah. Let me give you another example. Imagine someone who only has $1. They say, this is nothing. I cannot do anything with it. So they throw it aside. Another person has the same dollar and they say, Alhamdulillah, I can buy a loaf of bread. I can share it with someone in need. Allah sees their gratitude and sincerity, and suddenly that person is blessed with $10, then 100, then 1,000. Gratitude multiplies while ingratitude destroys. My brothers and sisters, sometimes we think success is about chasing more. But in reality, success often comes from appreciating less. A grateful heart is rich even if the pocket is empty. An ungrateful heart is poor even if surrounded by gold. Success begins in the heart. If your heart is grateful, Allah will fill your life with blessings you cannot count. So ask yourself today, Am I grateful? Do I appreciate my health, my family, my opportunities, my faith? Or do I spend most of my time complaining, comparing, and wishing for more? If you want to remove this block and unlock your true potential, start with gratitude. Every morning, wake up and thank Allah for 3 things in your life. Every evening, reflect on 3 blessings you enjoyed that day. Make gratitude a habit, and you will see your life transform. Because gratitude is not only a key to worldly success, it is also a key to eternal success. The one who is grateful in this world will be raised among the grateful in the next. And there is no higher success than to meet your Lord with a heart that appreciated His blessings. My brothers and sisters, remove the block of ingratitude and you will see blessings flow into your life like rivers. Thank Allah for what you have, and He will give you more than you imagined. Use your blessings wisely, and He will open doors you never thought existed. Gratitude is not just a habit. Gratitude is the bridge to success. One of the greatest blocks to success, one that silently destroys countless dreams, is procrastination and laziness. Many people don't realize how dangerous it is. They think laziness is just taking it easy or resting a little. They think procrastination is harmless. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start next week. I'll change when I get older. But let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, procrastination is a thief. It steals your time, it steals your opportunities, and it steals your future. Think about it carefully. Time is the most valuable gift you have. Money can be lost and regained. Health can decline and return with treatment. Jobs can come and go. But time, once it passes, it never comes back. You cannot rewind yesterday. You cannot buy an extra hour. Every moment that slips away is gone forever. And procrastination wastes that gift more than anything else. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to delay the important things in life? When it comes to work, we say, I'll start tomorrow. When it comes to prayer, we say, I'll change when I'm older. When it comes to relationships, we say, I'll fix it later. And then suddenly, years pass and nothing has changed. Dreams remain dreams, goals remain goals, and life remains stuck. That is the power of procrastination. It makes you believe you have unlimited time when in reality, your time is running out. Let me give you an example. A student has exams approaching. Instead of studying today, he says, I'll start tomorrow. Just one more day of rest. Tomorrow comes and he says, I'll start next week. I still have time. The weeks pass until the night before the exam, and suddenly he is overwhelmed. He fails. Not because he lacked intelligence, but because he delayed. How many of us are living our lives exactly like that student, always waiting for tomorrow until tomorrow never comes? My brothers and sisters, laziness is a trap of the devil. It whispers to you, you're tired. Rest a little longer. Don't push yourself. Take it easy. And before you know it, you have wasted hours, days, even years. And the saddest part is that laziness often disguises itself as comfort. You feel good in the moment. You feel safe in your comfort zone. But deep down, you know you are wasting your potential. The truth is, success requires effort. Success requires discipline. Success requires moving even when you don't feel like moving. If you wait for the perfect mood, the perfect time, the perfect energy, you will wait your entire life. Because there is no perfect time, there is only now. The people you admire, the people who achieve greatness, they are not always motivated. They also feel tired. They also face difficulties, but they push themselves to act. That is the difference. Let me tell you something. Small, consistent steps are more powerful than big plans that are never executed. A person who walks slowly every day will reach the destination. A person who talks about running fast but never takes a step will stay where they are. Many of us are stuck because we spend more time planning, dreaming, and talking than actually doing. Procrastination turns us into dreamers who never act. My brothers and sisters, look at your own life. How many goals have you set and then delayed? How many times have you said, I'll start exercising but never did? How many times have you said, I'll fix my prayer, I'll fix my character, I'll fix my relationship with Allah, but kept postponing? How many projects, how many business ideas, how many acts of kindness have been buried in the graveyard of procrastination? And do you know what is even more dangerous? Life does not wait for you. While you are delaying, others are moving. While you are postponing, opportunities are passing. While you are saying later, time is slipping through your fingers. The world will not stop for you. Your chance may not come again. How many people regret not acting when they had the chance? They say, if only I started earlier. If only I took that step. If only I didn't waste so much time. Don't let regret be your story. My brothers and sisters, laziness is not only about work or school. It affects your worship too. How many times have we said, I'll start praying properly when I'm older? How many times have we said, I'll start wearing hijab later? How many times have we said, I'll give charity when I'm richer? These are excuses, and excuses are blocks. If you cannot do it now, when will you do it? Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Death does not send an appointment. Success in this world and salvation in the next both require action today, not tomorrow. Now some people may say, but I feel lazy, I can't help it. My brothers and sisters, laziness is not permanent. It is a habit. And like all habits, it can be broken. Start small. Push yourself to do one task today. Pray on time today. Open that book today. Make that phone call today. Write one page, walk 10 minutes, save $1. It may seem small, but the power is in consistency. Consistency breaks laziness. Action destroys procrastination. Here is something powerful to remember. The pain of discipline is temporary, but the pain of regret is permanent. You may feel tired when you discipline yourself today, but tomorrow you will be grateful. If you procrastinate today, tomorrow you will regret. Which pain do you choose? The short pain of effort or the long pain of regret? My brothers and sisters, do not let laziness block your potential. Do not let procrastination steal your success. You are capable of so much more than you think, but you will never discover it by waiting. Move now, act now, start now, even if it's small, even if it's imperfect, even if you feel scared. Success belongs to those who act, not those who delay. So ask yourself right now, what is one thing I've been delaying? What is one step I can take today? Don't leave this reminder and say, I'll think about it later. Decide now. Take action now. Because now is all you have. My beloved brothers and sisters, the block of laziness is heavy, but it can be removed. The block of procrastination is strong, but it can be broken. And once you break it, you will feel lighter, freer, more focused. You will realize that what was holding you back all along was not a lack of ability, but a lack of action. Remove this block, and you will unlock doors of success that were waiting for you all along. My beloved brothers and sisters, another block that keeps millions of people trapped, a block even heavier than laziness, is fear. Fear is one of the greatest enemies of success. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of stepping outside your comfort zone. So many people never begin their journey because they are afraid. They say, what if I try and I fail? What if I invest and lose everything? What if I speak and people laugh at me? What if I change and others don't accept me? These fears echo so loudly in their minds that they paralyze them. And so, year after year, they stay in the same place, not because they cannot move forward, but because they are too afraid to try. My brothers and sisters, failure itself is not the problem. The real problem is the fear of failure. Failure can be a teacher. Failure can make you stronger, wiser, more experienced. Every successful person you admire has tasted failure. But the difference is that they did not let fear stop them. They fell, but they got up again. They stumbled, but they kept walking. They lost, but they tried again. That is why they succeeded. On the other hand, the one who never tries because of fear has already failed without even attempting. They live with regret, saying, I wish I had tried. I wish I had taken that step. Tell me, which is worse, to try, fail and learn, or to never try at all and live with regret? Fear also takes another form. Fear of people's opinions. How many of us stop ourselves from doing good, from chasing goals, from changing our lives, simply because we are afraid of what others will say? We ask ourselves, what will my family say if I start this business? What will my friends say if I leave this habit? What will society say if I live according to my faith? And so we chain ourselves to the opinions of people who in reality will not even be there to live with the consequences of our decisions. My brothers and sisters, people will always talk. No matter what you do, no matter how good you are, no matter how much effort you put in, there will always be someone who criticizes, who mocks, who doubts. If you base your life on pleasing people, you will never be free. But if you base your life on pleasing Allah, you will find strength that no critic can shake. Let me give you an example. Imagine someone standing at the edge of a river. They want to cross to the other side, where success, peace, and happiness await. But behind them is a crowd shouting, don't go, you'll fall, you'll drown, you're not capable. If they listen, they will remain stuck forever. But if they trust Allah, take the first step and start walking, they may stumble, they may get wet, but eventually they will reach the other side. And when they do, the same people who mocked will say, wow, how did you manage that? Do you see? The same voices that discourage you today will admire you tomorrow once you succeed. So why listen to them? Fear also hides itself in the comfort zone. The comfort zone is that place where life feels safe, predictable, and familiar, but nothing grows there. You may feel comfortable, but you are not progressing. And deep inside, you know it. You know you are capable of more. But fear keeps whispering, stay here. Don't risk it. Don't try. And so you stay stuck in the same place year after year, watching life pass by, watching others move ahead while you remain behind. My brothers and sisters, the comfort zone is a cage. It may look safe, but it locks you away from your true potential. And the key to that cage is courage. Courage does not mean you are not afraid. Courage means you feel the fear, but take the step anyway. Courage means you trust Allah and move forward, even when you are uncertain. Courage means you believe that no matter what happens, success or failure, you will grow. Now, think about the stories of the prophets, peace be upon them all. Did they live in comfort zones? No. They faced rejection, criticism, hardship, and struggle, but they had courage. They trusted Allah. They stood firm in the face of fear, and because of that, they succeeded. Their lives are a reminder to us. True success is never found in fear or comfort zones, but in trust, effort, and perseverance. My beloved brothers and sisters, how many dreams have died because of fear? How many books were never written, businesses never started, talents never discovered, relationships never healed, all because someone said, what if I fail? What if, my brothers and sisters, you succeed? What if that step you fear is the very step that changes your life? Fear is a liar. It magnifies the worst possibilities while hiding the best ones. It makes you imagine disasters that may never happen while blinding you to the opportunities that are already there. Do not let fear be the author of your story. Let faith lead you instead. And remember this, the one who trusts Allah never truly fails. Even if things don't go according to plan, even if you face setbacks, Allah will replace it with something better, or He will teach you lessons you could never have learnt otherwise. Every step taken with trust in Allah is a step towards success, even if it looks like failure in the eyes of people. So my brothers and sisters, remove this block. Remove the block of fear. Stop asking, what if I fail? And start asking, what if Allah helps me succeed? Stop asking, what will people say? And start asking, what will Allah think of me? Stop living in the cage of comfort and start walking toward the horizon of growth. Because at the end of your life, you will not regret the times you tried and failed. You will regret the times you let fear stop you from trying. And regret is heavier than failure. Remove the block of fear and you will discover a strength you never knew you had. Remove the block of fear and you will unlock doors of opportunity that were waiting for you all along. Remove the block of fear and you will taste the sweetness of success in this life and the peace of knowing you trusted Allah in the next. My beloved brothers and sisters, we have spoken about many blocks that stand between us and success. Arrogance, sins, bad company, ingratitude, laziness, procrastination, and fear. Each one of these is like a stone on the path of your life. If you leave them there, they will trip you again and again. But if you remove them, one by one, the path becomes clear and you will walk with ease. Remember, success is not just about money, status, or recognition. True success is peace in your heart, blessings in your life, and the pleasure of Allah in this world and the next. And that success is within your reach. It is not far from you. It is not reserved for others. It is waiting for you to remove what is blocking you. So today, ask yourself honestly, what is my biggest block? Is it pride? Is it a sin I cannot let go of? Is it the wrong company? Is it a lack of gratitude? Is it laziness? Is it fear? Identify it, admit it, and then make a sincere intention to remove it. Because the moment you decide, Allah will help you. The moment you take one step, Allah will open the way for you. My brothers and sisters, do not let your life pass in regret. Do not let opportunities slip away. Do not let your potential remain hidden. Remove the block, unlock your true self, and walk boldly toward the success Allah has written for you. And as you do, never forget the greatest key of all. Keep turning back to Allah. Keep seeking His guidance, His forgiveness, His help. For when Allah is with you, no block can stop you. And when Allah blesses your path, success will follow you in ways you could never have imagined. So go forth, my brothers and sisters. Start today. Remove the blocks, unlock your potential, and live a life of purpose, growth, and true success in this world and in the everlasting hereafter.